Hi everyone, this is Anna, makeup teacher, creator, and educator specifically for people with hooded eyes. And today we have one of the most exciting and anticipated launches of 2024. Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Powder Foundation just arrived in the mail. Let me tell you, I have some thoughts. I am going to be trying it out in the video today using a puff that it came with, as well as a brush, kind of as a powder. We're going to be swatching it. We're going to be talking about this product. We're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty and all of the details and wearing it on my super oily and textured skin. Keep on watching because you're not prepared for this. You're not prepared for this. Okay, so before we get into the demo and everything, let's talk a little bit about the product and its features. Here's the box that it comes in. This is the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Powder Foundation. It's kind of like a matte packaging, really gorgeous. As per usual, there's 12.5 grams in here, and it is made in Italy, which Italy always creates the most amazing formulas, so I'm so excited about this. There's a list of ingredients here, as well as a little how-to, which I do enjoy. The shelf life is 24 months, which if you ask me is really good. It's 2 years, but obviously I'm going to be using this for 10. Just kidding. All right, so here's the component itself. You know, on the promo pictures and in the videos, it just looks kind of basic, but when I have it in my hands right here, it is really luxurious. I do love the matte, soft matte feel to it. I grabbed the shade N3 in case you're wondering. The reason behind it being that the concealer shade N3 that I do love and use from Natasha Denona works beautifully all over my face rather than to brighten my under eyes. So I figured, okay, that is actually my face shade. So I picked that one up. I am going to open this baby up, show you the inside. This is what it's looking like. Really gorgeous. So this is going to be a vegan, talc-free, cruelty-free formula that is made in Italy. This is a new high-tech formula that blurs the skin's texture, leaving a smooth, poreless finish. Listen, as soon as I hear words like that, like I'm sold, especially from my favorite brand. That's exactly what I need. This hybrid powder leaves the skin looking and feeling healthy and nourished all day long. Also, this is the little puff it comes in. Very unique texture and feel to it. Really interesting. I'm excited to try this out. So, oh, there's a mirror. Oh, fun, I didn't know that. Okay, the compact includes an innovating high-lux sponge that ensures minimal product absorption for flawless application and a natural finish. This is what we love. The flexible shade range is designed to complement all shades of the Hy-Glam concealer. I believe there is like 35 or 36 shades, allowing multiple concealer shades to match one powder foundation inside, ensuring the perfect match for every skin tone. So my skin is super oily, super textured, acne prone, and I feel like this is finally going to be a product for people with skin like mine, because for many years the only thing that we've been getting is like dewy, glowy, hydrating. I am sick and tired of this. I don't know if you are, but I am. So I'm super pumped about this because this has matte finish, medium buildable coverage, protects skin against environmental stressors, supports skin's natural elasticity and hydration, and anti-inflammatory. Very interesting. Lots of information right there. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use this as powder foundation on one side using this sponge, and as powder on the other side using a brush, because I just kind of want to see what the difference in the coverage is and what is that all about. Overall, really intrigued, really excited. I am a fan of powder foundations. I gotta say, you have to work differently with a powder foundation, but once you kind of get the hang of it, and especially if you have oily skin, there is really a benefit to a powder foundation rather than a liquid foundation. I will show you the way I use it, and so far I've tried the one by Makeup Forever, which I know and love, and I use it as powder and powder foundation, and the one by Moira, I believe, and maybe one more, Juvia's Place, maybe. Yeah, so those are the ones that I have in my collection. I'm excited to try this one from my favorite brand. Let's do a little swatcheroo. This is silky to the touch. It feels like there's no fallout whatsoever when I touch it. Like, it's not powdery. And here is the shade. Yeah, it's like matching with my skin. which makes me feel like maybe it's gonna be too light on my face, but hopefully not. Looks very interesting. Looks very interesting. I'm excited to test it out. As always, if you wanna purchase this before or after watching this video, during or anytime, use my code Anastasia15 for any Natasha Denona products. Let's get to skin prep, because skin prep is the most important step when it comes to powder foundation application. So first thing I did was I cleansed my skin and I did makeup on my brows. That's all that is going on my face right now. And we're gonna go in with a moisturizer. This is a tricky part here, because powder foundations are always going to be drying. They're powder. It's little powder that you put on your face. So the drier your skin is, the more prep and the more steps should go into your skin prep before the application. So what I usually do is I go with a very hydrating moisturizer that I know is going to be nourishing my skin under the layers of powder. So today I'm gonna go with the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. You guys know it's one of my favorites, and I just love using this moisturizer when I need that extra layer of moisture and hydration on my skin. So I'm literally just gonna go all over my face with this baby. And I know that Natasha posted like a bunch of tutorials and how she uses her primer underneath, which we're also going to use. And I do wanna try different techniques with this powder foundation, as in not only one side as foundation, the other side as powder, but also like she posted a tutorial of glowy skin versus matte skin. I kind of want to try that as well, although I know which side I will like more, matte. But at the same time, it's just really interesting how versatile a lot of her products are. And that's one of the reasons why I love the brand so much. Also the quality, of course. So we're going to check that out today. So I did apply the moisturizer all over my face and neck, feeling nice and hydrated. After that, we're gonna go in with primers before going in spot concealing, because we're gonna be using a powder foundation, meaning that all of the liquid products that we're going to apply on the face need to be applied before that step. So in case you wanted to do cream bronzer and cream blush, do that before the powder foundation. I am going to opt for the powder bronzer and powder blush, but concealer is concealer. There's no powder concealer yet on the market. There's an idea. Probably won't be good. I am going to use concealer and then go with powder. So let's start our priming with the product that Natasha used in her tutorials as well. This is the Hygiene Skin Glass Priming Serum. I do love this, and I mostly use this on the outer parts of my face because it is glowy, but it's giving you that hydration. So I guess today what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go not very heavy on it, very light, but kind of apply it all over. Because I know that I'm gonna go with powder foundation. All of this glow is going to, well, most of this glow is going to disappear, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'm just gonna use it as a skincare product at this moment and just putting it all over my face. But that does not mean that I'm not gonna apply my favorite blurring primer. I will still obviously want to get rid of the texture, even though the powder foundation is supposed to be very blurring and smoothing. Even with the most blurring and smoothing product, I will still use a blurring and smoothing primer because that's how I normally apply makeup. So I'm gonna go with the YSL blurring primer. I love this one. It gives you such a silky smooth finish. It smells so luxurious. It blurs everything. It's just a gorgeous primer. If only it weren't so dang expensive. You pay for luxury, you pay for quality, and it's amazing, not gonna lie. So I am concentrating this one in the center of my face, just kind of where my most textured spots are. The skin is prepped. I'm gonna wait for about 2 minutes for all of these products to sink into the skin and work their magic, and then we're gonna go in with concealers. Okay, so I obviously wanted to use the Natasha Denona concealer, and honestly most of the products I'm using in today's makeup look are going to be by the brand. So I have the shade N3 right here, which like I said is more like my face shade, and then shade YP3 here with the yellow undertone to kind of help me with discoloration. So let's go in and apply these concealers. I'm gonna start with the shade YP3, which like I said had a yellow undertone, and consultant matched me with this shade at an Ulta. I'm not really sure if I'm vibing with it, but I mean, I use it still. I think I prefer like a neutral undertone on me. And then I'm gonna go in a little bit with here, maybe to brighten things up over here. Like I said, I am going to color correct as well as conceal. So not necessarily just doing the under eye. I am going to conceal some of the spots. So this is that shade N3, which is the same shade that my powder foundation is in. And I'm just going to go in a little bit on the spots through here, a little bit to get rid of the redness on my nose, kind of like this, I'm thinking. And now I am going to blend everything out with a sponge. So like you see, it's not like crazy coverage, not a full face of makeup, but also not nothing. Like I'm not just applying the powder foundation on my bare face. I do like my bright under eye, so I'm going to make sure that it's nice and bright here before I set it with powder. And then I'm gonna actually pick up a super brightening concealer because I love my under eye to be like white. So I'm going to apply a dot. This is not by Natasha Denona. So I'm just going to apply a dot of this concealer through here because I just love bright under eye. I cannot go without it. I always use 2 shades of concealer. In today's video, 3. I am not easy to please when it comes to concealers, but this is the effect that I wanted. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do right now. We're going to apply powder foundation with a puff that it came with, kind of like a powder foundation over here on this side. And then we're going to apply it with a brush over on this side and see the difference. I picked up some of the product with a puff. You guys, look at this. Look at this shade match. So I'm kind of swiping it and then pressing that in to blend. I love the sponge immediately. What I am seeing is amazing shade match. It is mattifying and blurring my skin. It is not helping with the texture as much as I would want it to, but it's a powder. It's not a magic product. However, it's looking so nice, and when I touch it, it's not dry at all, and it feels like it's my skin. It feels super lightweight. Also, what I love is that normal powder foundations will kind of look overwhelming, like you're wearing a ton of makeup and kind of cakey, so you have to like go through multiple hoops for it to not look cakey. But this one is just right away really natural looking. I don't know how to describe this, but I feel like even though it's a powder foundation, and typically I do not recommend products like this for normal or dry skin, I feel like you guys still might enjoy this if you have normal or dry skin. Maybe especially wearing this as a powder, but applying it right now, there is nothing in my collection that is remotely close to what I see here. Very interesting. And it's not powdery at all. Now, in terms of coverage, it is medium. It is not going to be full coverage, but I don't mind that. I like seeing my skin peeking through. I like looking like it's still my skin, but I'm wearing some makeup. And when I touch it, there's no powder on my fingers whatsoever. It's just literally my face, but like smoothed out and color corrected and like slightly matte. Well, not slightly, it's actually mattified, but I'm very intrigued by this. I'm actually loving this. Take a look right there. This is the side with the powder foundation on right through here. Very nice, very matte, very lightweight. Like that is the part that is super interesting and surprising for me. And then this is the side where I did not put anything, just concealer. You can see that shine and no shine here. So basically before and after. Okay, wow, interesting. I'm loving it. I honestly like expected to love it as an oily skinned girly, but this is so different than any other powder foundations that I tried that now I love powder foundations even more. It was just so easy and it feels so good on my skin. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like I might have some oils coming through in like 5 hours because I'm super oily. But at the same time, I feel like this component for touch-ups with a little puff, which, where is it? Right here. You just take it with you and you do a little bit of this, and that's a quick little touch-up for you. I feel like that could work. Stop texting me. Besties. So over on this side, we're going to use this as a powder, and I'm going to pick up just kind of like a dense brush because I like to press the powder in, right, for most coverage. So I am going to go ahead and pick it up on a brush. Now, this is where I see some fallout, which obviously it's a powder, but nothing crazy. And I'm going to start pressing that into my skin. Airplane, could you not? Honestly, like, this is just acting like a normal pressed powder and I like it, but there's definitely less coverage here because of the tool I chose to apply it with. You get more coverage with a puff, you get less coverage with a brush, and this is basically your regular powder. So this is working as a powder right now rather than the powder foundation, but I don't mind it. I kind of like both sides. I think personally me, I would either use a brush with this when I'm applying a thin layer of foundation and concealer, and I don't want to use a loose powder and a puff and do baking and all of that. I will just use this powder to kind of upset the face overall, or I will go this route and use a little bit of concealer and a puff to use this as foundation. These are just kind of like my initial thoughts. Let me make sure that everything is set here. Yeah, for the under eye, I feel like you still need to press the powder in with something, especially because I have such oily skin and eyelids and lines, like fine lines there. So I feel like for the under eye, I still need to go in with this one. So we have the brush side right here and we have the puff side right here. Okay, so this is what we have going on so far. To be completely honest with you, one aspect of this product that I'm not the biggest fan of is a thing about any powder foundations, and now I've just realized it by looking closer into my mirror, is that my texture is still there, which is because I have it. At the same time, I would just want it to be a little bit less visible through my cheeks here. Maybe it would work better with a more silicone-y smoothing primer like Benefit Professional or e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which are some of my favorite primers. So I will test that out as well. Most of the times when I do use powder foundation, it does look like this and my texture is still kind of there, but I mean, it's okay. I don't mind it. This is just the way my face is and I've learned to live with it. At the same time, powder foundation also looks way better after several hours of wear. So this first initial application is going to be like the most makeup-y time of your day, and then in the next couple of hours it's going to sink into the skin and just blend with the skin and look a little bit better. But out of all of the powder foundations that I've tried, this one is the most natural looking and I am definitely excited about it. I'm excited I picked it out and I'm happy about the way my skin is feeling, I think mostly because this feels the least of makeup that I've ever worn and I'm kind of loving it. To be honest, we're not done with face makeup just yet. So let's go ahead and finish the face makeup. So because I've already applied powder, right, I cannot go with any cream products, so no cream blush or cream bronzer for me today. So for bronzer today, I'm gonna dig into Natasha Denona's Hyper Natural Face Palette and just pick up this bronzer trio. I always mix up the shades and this is what is going to bring some color back into our face. And because it's a powder and really good powder, really high quality powder, it is going to apply nicely. And then as much as I do enjoy this blush, I kind of want something less pinky and more mauvey. So I'm going to go in there, my Dream Cheek Trio, because this shade of a blush is one of my favorite blush shades ever. And it's more of a cream to powder formula, but it works beautifully on powders. So I know for a fact it's going to look good. So I'm going to press that above where I just applied that bronzer. Gorgeous. Okay, do we want to apply highlighter? Of course we do. I'm going to pick up the new Natasha Denona highlighter as well. Well, it's not very new since the new product we are reviewing right now. I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. Beautiful. And then I think I'm going to go in with a setting spray. I like this one from Charlotte Tilbury. So far so good. Let's re-intensify my freckles using the brow pencil. This is by Benefit. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but this side where I applied with a puff is already way more matte than this side that I applied with a brush, like a powder. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I prefer this side at this point. As always, continuing with the Natasha Denona theme, I'm gonna do my favorite lip liner by them. This is in the shade Julia. And it's like a really nice mauve kind of neutral pink. Honestly, it's like my natural lip color, but a little deeper. That's why I love it. Gorgeous. And then one of my favorite lipstick and lip glosses is also by them. My Dream Lipstick and my Dream Gloss. As you can see, I've used this a lot. I love this shade. It is a very cool toned, neutral mauve pink. And this is just a very cool tone, and that's why I love it so much. It looks really good on me when I'm a bit more tan, but even like now, it's fine. All right, so this is the face makeup all complete. I can definitely see this side being way more matte than this side, which is fine. It's fine. I just prefer applying that product with a puff Now I have decided. All right, I'm gonna finish my eye makeup and show you the final result and share my final thoughts on this beautiful new powder foundation by Natasha Denona. Okay, I finished my makeup look and I think I have collected my thoughts, my first impressions on this new product. Obviously, I'm gonna need to test it out a little bit more, to wear it a little bit longer, to really understand how I feel about this product. But so far, look at this side that was applied with a puff provided with this product and this side that was applied with a brush as a powder. You can see this side is already oily. That is just the nature of my skin. It is super oily and that's normal, but wearing it like this, I understand that this is not how I would want to use this product moving forward. Mostly loose powders work better for my skin type, and that's how I will continue to do my makeup. However, this side I think looks really good and very natural. It doesn't feel like I have any makeup on my skin whatsoever. I only feel some makeup on my eyes because I'm wearing lashes, but literally nothing here, and it looks really natural. It looks really good. It looks really thin. I'm loving it so far. Is a powder foundation a product that I wanted Natasha Denona brand to come out with? No, I would probably be more excited about a liquid foundation or a loose powder, because those are the products that I tend to use more. However, that being said, this is a great product. I am happy to have it in my collection. I think that it works really well on oily skin, especially used like this. So far, I've been only having great experience. I want to see how it looks like after 8 hours of wear, which, to be honest with you, nothing looks good after I wear it for 8 hours. So it's not a big deal if this is going to become this. But at the same time, when I'm in a rush and I just want to throw on a bit of product, concealer, maybe blush, and be out the door, this is what I am going to reach for. That is just the truth of it and the nature of the product. These are my thoughts. I'm excited about it. I am going to continue using it. This is not the most exciting launch from the brand, but I still love it. And I think that this is going to be a great product for a lot of people who are in the rush in the morning or who have oily skin. I feel like this is going to be a good product for those people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this? Have you picked it up? If yes, let me know what you think about it. If not, let me know why. Do not forget to use my code Anastasia15 for any products on the Natasha Denona website. I am mostly wearing only Natasha Denona products. Honestly, not even mostly. I'm wearing only Natasha Denona products on my face today. Well, besides like the brows. And I'm going to leave all of that information in the caption. So check that out if you like what I'm wearing right now. And thank you so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.